Good morning, students. So the next topic is selection of alignment or route of tunnel. Okay. So while selecting the alignments, there are some restraints. First one, all of you know that the underground space is heterogeneous mass, and also there will be so many problems like water table, position of fractured rock, etc. So while we are selecting the alignment, we have to deal with these problems like position of water table, then position of fractured rock, etc. That is one type of restraints. Second one, so a thorough detailed inspection and evaluation of the existing alignment restraints of this underground space should be carried out. And this restraint should be correlated with the tunneling technology that we are going to adopt for that particular project. Okay, so these 2 points has to be remembered while we are selecting the alignment of a tunnel. That is, we have to consider the restraints, and also by considering these restraints, we have to correlate with the technology of tunneling that we are going to adopt. Next is environmental consideration. That is, the site which is selected for the tunnel should be such a way that there should be least difficulty for the various environmental factors like disposal of exhaust gas, groundwater, muck, etc. Okay, that is, when we are digging a tunnel, least difficulty should be faced by the environment. Okay. So we have to consider these factors while we are selecting the alignment of a tunnel. Next, investigations made at time of construction. So before that, we can discuss two terms, that is heading and drift. Heading means it is a part of tunnel cross section excavated for small length. That is, the part of tunnel cross section which is excavated for small length is known as heading, and can be a top, bottom or side excavation. That is part of the cross section. That portion is known as heading. Okay. And drift means it is a part of tunnel cross section which is excavated for the entire length of tunnel. That is known as drift. Okay. So the small length of the portion which is excavated or the part of the tunnel cross section excavated for small length is known as heading, and the part of tunnel cross section which is excavated for the entire length of the tunnel is known as drift. And this heading and drift is carrying out in order to get some of the information like rock stratification, thickness of layers, and the constants of our underground, structure and texture of rock, hardness of the rock, then temperature of the underground region, then underground water levels, presence of fall gases, and effect of earthquake and artificial vibrations on that area, then possibility of landslide and rock falls on that area. So these details will be collected by checking the heading and drift. Next is setting out of tunnel. So setting out means it is making the center line or alignment of any construction work on the ground. That is what is setting out. So you have studied detail about this process in your survey topic. Okay, that is setting out means making the center line or alignment of any construction work on the ground. And the setting out of center line of tunnel is carried out in 4 stages. First one, setting out tunnel on ground surface. Next, transfer of center line from surface to underground. Then underground setting out, and finally underground leveling. So these are the steps which is carried out for setting out center line of tunnel. So first one, setting out tunnel on ground surface. So for that we are running an open traverse between two ends of the proposed tunnel. So this is the proposed tunnel. So we are doing traverse surveying between the two ends of the area. Okay, so here there is theodolite, one theodolite here, another theodolite here. So we have fixed the two theodolites at the two ends of this proposed site and doing the survey work. Okay. So that is setting out of tunnel on ground surface. And if it is curved alignment, this heading consists of short tangent to the curved alignment. Okay, so that is, if the alignment is curved one, this will be the tangent, and this tangent is the heading. Okay, heading consists of short tangent to the curved alignment. That is, we are digging small cross section for this tangent area, and that is known as heading. And this offset is measured from these tangents. Okay. Next step is transfer of center line from surface to underground. That is, the center line from the surface is to be transferred to the underground. For that, we are doing some survey work like underground shaft, which is given for an interval of 500 meter along the traverse line, and rectangular horizontal frame set at a proposed. There will be rectangular frame set, and on two sides of the frame iron plates are fixed, okay, and screwed down, and holes are drilled along these points. X and Y, and finally plumb bobs are suspended to define vertical lines. That is, we are transferring this point towards the underground, okay. That is, we are transferring the points along this point using plumb bob to the underground portion. That is the transfer of center line from surface to underground. So using theodolite and all equipments, we are setting out and transferring the plumb bob into the underground. So these are the different methods of setting out of tunnel, okay. So next we can discuss about tunneling methods. Then factors affecting the choice of a method. That is, based on some factors, we are selecting the type of tunneling method. That is based on size of tunnel, then type of ground, available equipment, method of sequence of excavation, extent of ground support method, then method of attacking the heading. So by considering all these factors, we are selecting the type of method. And first one, tunneling in soft soil. That is, if the ground is of soft soil, if the ground consists of soft soil, there are so many challenges like preventing soil movement, soil pressure, water seepage. These problems will be occurring on that type of ground, okay. So the technique we have to adopt for this type of area are cut and cover. That is, there should be supporting beam, then roof lining also should be there. That is, if we are digging tunnel on a soft soil, there will be so many challenges like soil movement will be there, soil will be moved inside the portion where we are digging the tunnel, and also soil pressure will be undergone on that area, and also water seepage will occur. So in order to prevent these all problems, we have to provide supporting beams and also roof lining, okay. That is, tunnel shield have to be provided. So this is the process of tunneling in soft soil. That is, we have to provide a shield in order to prevent the movement of soil from sideways. So the methods of tunneling soft ground are, there are so many methods requiring use of timbers for polling, needle beam, army method, Belgian method, English, American method, Austrian method, German method, and Italian method. These are methods which require timbers. And other methods are linear plate method, shield method, and compressed air method. In your syllabus, shield method and compressed air method are there. So shield method of tunneling, it is used for driving a tunnel through water bearing strata. Okay, for that a shield is, what is meant by shield? Shield means it is a movable frame and it is used to support the face of the tunnel. So in order to support the face of the tunnel, we are using shield because we are digging the tunnel on soft soil. So there will be soil movement. So in order to prevent this movement of soil, or in order to give support to the face of the tunnel, we are providing shield. Okay, then after completion of a work shaft, the shield machine is lowered into the shaft and assembled before excavation and construction of the tunnel using precast concrete lining segments of about 1.2 meters width. That is, after completing the work on some portion, the shield is moved to the next portion. Like that, we are completing the tunnel digging process. Okay, the excavation and lining of tunnel can be carried out under protection of shield. Okay, using this protection of shield, we can do excavation and lining of tunnel. This construction method causes minimal disruption of traffic and environment because all the work takes place below the ground and the ground level environment. So there will be no obstruction or disruption to the traffic and environment by using this shield tunneling method. So this is a shield machine. Okay, so we are assembling the machine and we are doing the digging process or digging and lining process at one stretch, and by after completing the lining at this portion, we are moving the shield machine to the next portion. Like that, we are doing the complete process. Next is compressed air method, and it is also the method which is used in soft ground, and in this process the use is made of compressed air. We are using compressed air to prevent the collapse of sides and top of the tunnel. So in order to prevent the collapse of soil, we are using compressed air. Okay, so no timbering is required inside the tunnel. Here there is no framework using timber is required. Here we are using compressed air in order to prevent the collapse of sides. And the pressure required inside the tunnel is P is equal to W into H. W is the weight of the soil. This is the common equation. So based on that, we are selecting the pressure which is required for that operation. Okay. So the equipments for compressed air tunneling are airlock and accessories, bulkhead to fix the airlock, blow line, air compressor, gas traps. And this shows the machine uses for compressed air method. Okay, so here, as I have told here, here we are preventing the collapse of the soil using compressed air. Okay, so these are the two methods which is used for digging tunnel on soft soil. So next is tunneling in hard rock. And the factors which are considered while selecting this tunneling method are type of rock, then rock hardness, rock brittleness, extent of existing fractures, and planes of weakness. So based on this, we are selecting the tunneling method. So tunneling in hard rock is done using full face method, heading and bench method, and drift method. And these methods are not included in your syllabus, I think. Okay, so this heating and quenching method is one of the old technique, and drilling means it may be percussion drill, rotary drill, then rotary percussion drill. And blasting means there will be primary blasting and secondary blasting. For that we are using explosives, for example dynamite. It is expensive, and also ammonium nitrate, and it is somewhat cheaper, and slurries can also be used as explosive. Then last is tunnel boring machine. So this method adopted method of tunneling in hard rock is using tunnel boring method is very important. Okay, so we can discuss about tunnel boring machine. So I will put this in the next video. Thank you.